Hey English learners, welcome to my channel.
Easy English Learning.
Good morning, everyone. What if I told you that the first 30 minutes after you wake up could completely change your English forever?
No coffee, no phone scrolling, just a few simple habits, and your brain starts thinking in English automatically.
Today, we're sharing 5 real morning habits that actually work. Stay with us until the end because habit number 4 is the one most learners never think about, but it makes the biggest difference.
Let's get started.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Learning. I'm Lily.
And I'm James. How is everyone doing this morning? Or afternoon? Or maybe it's midnight where you are.
Honestly, James, some of our viewers message us at 2 a.m. saying, I can't sleep, so I'm practicing English instead.
That's dedication. But today, we actually want to talk about mornings, real mornings, because so many of you ask us the same question.
Which is?
How can I fit English practice into my busy life? And the answer is simpler than you think. You don't need extra time. You just need to change what you're already doing.
Exactly. So today we're sharing our own morning routine, 5 small habits that helped us think in English, not just translate in our heads.
And trust me, there's a big difference between those two things.
A huge difference. Okay, let's start with habit number 1. Habit 1, wake up and speak before you touch your phone. All right, be honest, Lily. What's the very first thing you do when you wake up? Okay, I used to check my phone immediately. Notifications, messages, social media, all before I even opened my curtains.
Same here. I think almost everyone does this.
But a few months ago, I made one small change. Instead of grabbing my phone, I started talking to myself in English for just 2 minutes.
Talking to yourself? Like having a full conversation alone in your room?
Yes, it sounds strange, but it works. I just describe my plan for the day. Something like, today I will go to work, then I'll meet my friend for lunch, and in the evening I want to read a little.
That's actually brilliant because you're not translating from Bengali in your head, you're building the habit of thinking directly in English.
Exactly. And here's a question for all of you watching. What is the very first thing you usually do after you wake up? Write your answer in the comments. We really want to know.
Yeah, don't be shy. Even if it's, I check TikTok for 20 minutes. Just be honest.
No judgment here. James does the same thing.
Hey, that's a secret between us.
Oops, sorry. Anyway, the point is, your first thoughts of the day set the tone for everything else. If you start in English, your brain slowly gets used to switching languages faster throughout the day.
Habit 2, the 3-sentence mirror trick. Okay, my turn to share something. This one might sound funny, but stay with me.
Go on.
Every morning while I'm brushing my teeth, I look in the mirror and say 3 sentences about my feelings that day.
Like a diary, but out loud?
Exactly. For example, this morning I said, I feel a little tired, but I'm excited about today's recording. I hope the weather stays nice. Simple sentences, nothing fancy.
I love that idea, actually, because it forces you to use real vocabulary about emotions. Tired, excited, nervous, relaxed, confident.
Right, and here's the secret. When you say these words out loud again and again, they stay in your memory much longer than if you just read them from a book.
That's so true. Reading is passive, but speaking is active. Your mouth, your ears, and your brain are all working together.
And honestly, it doesn't feel like studying. It feels natural, like you're just talking to yourself.
Which, by the way, is completely normal. Don't worry if people think you're a little crazy for talking to your mirror.
My roommate definitely thinks I'm crazy.
Question time again. What are 3 words that describe how you feel right now while you're watching this video? Try to answer using English words only. Put them in the comments below.
This is a great little exercise because emotion vocabulary is something we use every single day, but many learners never really practice it.
Habit 3. Read one small piece of good news. Okay, this is something I started doing about a year ago, and it changed my mood and my English at the same time.
What is it?
Every morning, while I'm having my tea, I read one short news article in English. But, and this is important, I choose something positive, not sad or stressful news.
That's smart, actually, because if you read something upsetting first thing in the morning, it affects your whole mood.
Exactly. So I search for something like good news today, or I follow pages that share positive stories. Maybe it's about a new invention, an inspiring person, or even a cute animal story.
I definitely know you love animal stories.
Guilty. But here's the real benefit. Reading builds your vocabulary naturally. You see new words in context, not just in a list you're trying to memorize.
And you're combining two things, starting your day feeling positive and also learning new words. That's a smart routine.
Right. I always try to pick out 3 or 4 new words from the article, and I try to use them later when I'm talking to James or writing in my notebook.
Speaking of notebooks, that leads us perfectly into Habit 4, the 2-minute journal. This is the habit I mentioned in the beginning, the one most learners never think about.
Tell everyone about it.
It's called the 2-minute journal. Every morning before I leave the house, I write just 3 or 4 sentences in English about anything, my dreams, my plans, or even something random I noticed.
And why do you think this is so powerful?
Because speaking and writing use different parts of your brain. When you only speak English, you can sometimes hide your mistakes. You speak fast and maybe you don't notice a grammar error. But when you write, you slow down. You actually see your mistakes.
That's such a good point. Writing forces you to think about grammar, word order, spelling, everything, all at once.
Exactly. And you don't need a fancy notebook or a long paragraph. Just 2 minutes. Maybe something like, today I woke up feeling calm. I want to finish my project at work. I also want to call my mother tonight.
Simple sentences, real life, real English.
That's the whole point. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent.
Okay, here's another question for you, our viewers. If you wrote 3 sentences in English right now about your day today, what would they be? Try writing them in the comments. We'll read some of them in our next video.
I love this idea. It gives us a chance to actually interact with you, our amazing community.
Absolutely. Your comments genuinely make our day, so please don't be shy.
Habit 5. Listen while you get ready. All right, final habits, and this one is probably the easiest of all 5.
The no extra time needed habit?
Exactly. While you're getting dressed, making breakfast, or walking to the bus stop, put on an English podcast, a song, or, of course, a video like this one.
Shameless promotion, James?
A little bit, yes. But seriously, this is called passive listening, and it's incredibly powerful. You don't even have to fully concentrate. Your ears just get used to the rhythm, the pronunciation, the natural speed of English.
It's true. In the beginning, you might understand only 30% of what you hear, but after a few weeks, that number slowly grows, 40%, 50%, and so on.
The key word here is consistency, not perfection.
So true. Nobody becomes fluent overnight, but if you build these small habits, waking up and speaking, the mirror trick, reading good news, journaling for 2 minutes, and listening while you get ready, your brain starts working in English automatically, without even trying hard.
And that, my friends, is the real secret. Not studying for 5 hours on a weekend, but doing small things every single day.
Small steps, big results. Actually, James, before we move on, can I add one more small tip? It's not one of the official 5 habits, but it fits perfectly here.
Of course. Go ahead.
Many of our viewers travel to work or school every day, by bus, by rickshaw, or on foot. That travel time is actually a hidden opportunity.
How so?
Instead of just staring at your phone or feeling bored, use that time to describe what you see, silently in your head or quietly under your breath. For example, that man is selling vegetables. The traffic is heavy today. I can smell fresh bread from that bakery.
Oh, that's clever. You're basically narrating your own life, like a storyteller.
Exactly. And the beautiful thing is, this exercise trains you to think in English about ordinary, everyday things, not just textbook topics like my hobbies or my family.
Right, because in real conversations, people don't only talk about hobbies and family. They talk about traffic, weather, food, and daily life.
Precisely. So next time you're commuting, try narrating your surroundings. It costs nothing and it takes 0 extra minutes out of your day.
I actually tried this last week, and honestly, it made my commute feel shorter and much more interesting.
See? Small changes, big difference.
Can I bring up something important here, Lily? I think a lot of our viewers feel scared to speak because they're afraid of making mistakes.
Oh, that's such a common worry. I hear it all the time in the comments.
And honestly, I want to say this clearly. Mistakes are not something to be afraid of. Mistakes are proof that you're actually trying.
That's beautifully said. Think about it this way. A baby doesn't wait until they can walk perfectly before taking their first step. They fall, they get up, and they try again.
Exactly the same with language. If you wait until you're ready to speak perfect English, you'll wait forever because no one speaks perfectly, not even native speakers.
True. James, do you remember when you first tried to use the word although in a sentence?
Oh no, please don't remind everyone.
He said, although I am tired, but I still want to go. 2 connecting words in one sentence.
In my defense, that mistake is extremely common because in Bengali, we often use similar structures. But making that mistake out loud in front of people actually helped me remember the correct way forever.
Exactly my point. So please, everyone watching, don't be afraid of mistakes during your morning practice. Nobody is grading you. It's just you, your mirror, and your growth.
Well said. Okay, one more question for our audience. Have you ever made a funny English mistake that you still remember? Share it in the comments below. We would genuinely love to laugh together and learn from it.
Yes, please. Some of the funniest and most relatable comments come from mistakes like that.
Actually, Lily, can I share a quick story? I think it will really help our viewers understand why this matters.
Please, go ahead.
So, I have a friend, his name is Rafiq, and 2 years ago, he couldn't even introduce himself confidently in English. He was so nervous, he used to prepare sentences in his head for almost a minute before speaking.
I remember you telling me about him.
Right, but he started doing exactly what we talked about today. Small habits every morning. Nothing extreme, just 15, maybe 20 minutes total.
And what happened?
After about 8 months, he got a job interview completely in English, and he passed it. Now he works for an international company, and he told me, James, I didn't study more, I just practiced smarter every single morning.
Wow, that's such an inspiring story. And it proves exactly what we've been saying. It's not about how much time you spend, it's about how consistently you use that time.
Exactly. And what I found most interesting is that Rafiq never joined an expensive course or moved abroad. He simply changed his morning, right here in his own home.
That's the part I love most. So many people think fluency requires living in an English-speaking country or spending a lot of money on classes.
But honestly, the truth is much simpler. Fluency comes from daily exposure and daily practice, wherever you are.
And that's exactly why we created this channel, to show that anyone, anywhere, with just a phone and a little discipline can genuinely improve their English.
So if Rafiq could do it, all of you watching right now can absolutely do it too.
One more question before we finish. Out of these 5 habits, which one do you want to try starting tomorrow morning? Let us know in the comments. We're really curious to see which one you choose.
Yes, please tell us. It genuinely helps us understand what content to create next for you.
James, someone actually messaged us last week asking, does this routine also work on weekends when I don't have to rush to work?
Great question. And honestly, weekends are even better because you usually have more time and less stress.
Exactly. On weekends, I like to extend my 2-minute journal into a slightly longer one, maybe 5 or 6 sentences instead of 3 or 4.
That makes sense. Since you're not in a hurry, you can slow down and think a little more carefully about grammar and word choice.
Right. And sometimes, instead of just writing about my day, I write a short paragraph about something I'm grateful for or something I'm looking forward to.
I do something similar but with speaking instead of writing. On Saturday or Friday mornings, I call a friend who's also learning English, and we just chat for 10 or 15 minutes only in English.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Having a practice partner makes a huge difference because you get real feedback and real conversation, not just talking to yourself.
Exactly. And if you don't have a friend who's learning English, you know what? You can find one in our comments section. Many of our viewers already connect with each other there.
That's true. We've seen so many friendships form in our comments. It's honestly one of the best parts of building this community together.
So here's an idea. If you're looking for a practice partner, leave a comment saying where you're from and what time zone you're in. You never know who might reply.
I love that. All right, one more small thought before we wrap everything up.
Go ahead.
Remember that consistency matters more than intensity. It's better to practice for 10 minutes every single day than to study for 3 hours only once a month.
Completely agree. Our brains learn languages through repetition and habit, not through occasional bursts of effort.
Think of it like watering a plant. A little water every day keeps it healthy and growing, but pouring a huge amount of water once a month and then forgetting about it, that won't help the plant survive.
That's a beautiful way to explain it. Your English is like that plant. It needs small, regular care, not occasional huge effort.
So, starting tomorrow morning, try picking just one of these habits. Don't try to do everything at once. That usually leads to giving up quickly.
Right. Start small, stay consistent, and slowly build from there.
So, let's quickly review everything we talked about today.
Number 1, wake up and speak in English for 2 minutes before touching your phone.
Number 2, the 3-sentence mirror trick, describing your feelings out loud.
Number 3, read one short positive news story and learn 3 or 4 new words from it.
Number 4, the 2-minute journal, writing simple sentences about your day.
And number 5, passive listening while you get ready, using podcasts, songs, or videos.
5 simple habits. No extra time, just a small change in the way you start your day.
And remember, you don't have to do all 5 at once. Start with just one. Once it feels natural, add another.
That's honestly the best advice we can give. Start small, stay consistent, and be patient with yourself.
Because language learning isn't a race, it's a journey.
If this video helped you even a little bit today, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.
Also, give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps our channel grow, and it helps more Bengali-speaking learners like you find these free lessons.
And if you have a friend, a sibling, or a classmate who's also trying to improve their English, please share this video with them. Learning together always makes the journey easier and more fun.
That's so true. Some of the best progress happens when you have someone cheering you on or even practicing right beside you.
In our next video, we're going to talk about something many of you have been asking for: how to build confidence when speaking English in front of other people. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
We'll share real techniques to calm your nerves, organize your thoughts quickly, and speak with confidence, even if you're still making mistakes.
So make sure you're subscribed so you'll be the first to know when it comes out. Thank you so much for watching until the end. You're one step closer to speaking English fluently and confidently.
And one last thing before we go. Remember, every single person who is now fluent in English was once exactly where you are today. Nervous, unsure, maybe even a little frustrated.
That's true for me too, James. I still remember how nervous I felt the very first time I tried to speak English in front of a group of people.
The difference between someone who becomes fluent and someone who gives up isn't talent. It's simply the decision to keep showing up morning after morning.
So please, be patient with yourself. Celebrate small progress, don't compare your journey to anyone else's, and trust the process.
We truly believe in you, and we're genuinely happy to be part of your English learning journey.
See you in the next episode.
Together, bye for now, keep practicing, keep smiling, and see you soon.